We have journeyed through the concepts of messaging, event-driven architecture, and the crucial distinction between traditional queues and event streaming. You now have the groundwork to truly appreciate the power we are about to unveil. Now we are going to finally introduce the star of our course, Apache Kafka. We will understand what Kafka is, why it's important, why it's become so indispensable for countless organizations worldwide, and trace its journey from a humble internal tool to the distributed streaming powerhouse it is today, especially with the groundbreaking Kafka 4.0 release. Get ready to see how all those previous concepts converge into one elegant and incredibly powerful platform. Let's dive in. So, what is Apache Kafka? At its core, Apache Kafka is an open-source distributed streaming platform. Let's break down each part of that definition. Open source means it's freely available for anyone to use, modify, and distribute. It's developed and maintained by a vibrant global community under the Apache Software Foundation. This open nature has fueled its rapid adoption and extensive ecosystem. Distributed is critical. Kafka isn't just a single piece of software running on one computer. It's designed to run across multiple machines, forming a cluster. This distributed nature is what gives Kafka its incredible scalability, so it can handle massive volumes of data and millions of events per second by distributing the workload across many servers. It is this distributed nature that also gives it the characteristic of being fault tolerant or being resilient. If one server goes down, others can take over, ensuring your data pipeline remains operational and there is no single point of failure. And after distributed, we see it's a streaming platform. This is the key differentiator we discussed. It's not just a message queue. It's built specifically to handle event streams, those continuous, unbounded, ordered, and durable sequences of events we talked about. It's designed for data in motion or at rest for real-time and historical processing. So in essence, Kafka is highly robust and scalable system for moving and managing data as streams of events. While Kafka can do many things, its fundamental capabilities can be boiled down to 4 core purposes. Think of these as the pillars upon which its power rests. The first pillar is publish event streams or writing event streams. What it means is that applications or producers can write data to Kafka topics. They simply send events as they happen, without needing to know who will read them or how they will be processed. Consider a newspaper company publishing articles. They write them and anyone interested can subscribe. This enables real-time data ingestion from countless sources, whether it's user clicks, sensor readings, financial transactions, or log data. Next pillar is subscribe or reading event streams. Applications or consumers can read events from Kafka topics. Multiple consumers can read the same event stream independently at their own pace and from their own position in the stream. Like different people reading the same newspaper, each person reads it at their own speed from their own page, and the newspaper doesn't disappear after one person reads it. This powers diverse applications like real-time analytics dashboards, recommendation engines, fraud detection systems, and microservices reacting to business events. Kafka's next pillar is about storing event streams durably. Unlike traditional queues, Kafka is designed to store events in a fault-tolerant, durable, and ordered way for a configurable period, like days, weeks, months, or even years. It's essentially a distributed, immutable commit log. Like a video recorder that saves all footage, allowing you to rewind and watch any part later. This provides a historical record of all events, enabling data replay for auditing, debugging, and building new applications that need to process past data. It essentially functions as a real-time distributed database for events. Kafka's fourth pillar is processing event streams in real time. Kafka provides powerful APIs like Kafka Streams and tools like KSQLDB that allow you to transform, analyze, and react to event streams as they happen. You can filter, aggregate, join, and enrich events on the fly. For example, we have a system that is not just for recording the video, but it also acts as a smart system that analyzes the video live, identifies specific patterns, and alerts you instantly. For example, we are not just recording the video, but we also have a smart system that analyzes the video live, identifies specific patterns, and alerts you instantly. This enables complex real-time applications such as monitoring systems, real-time feature engineering for machine learning, and dynamic business process automation. These four capabilities make Kafka far more than just a message broker. They make it a comprehensive event streaming platform. Now let's go over a brief history of Kafka. Kafka wasn't born overnight. Its journey is a fascinating example of how a specific need within a tech giant led to a groundbreaking open source project. The origin story is from LinkedIn in 2010. Kafka was originally developed by engineers at LinkedIn around 2010. LinkedIn faced a massive challenge. They had an explosion of data, user activity, operational logs, site metrics, and much more, coming from hundreds of different systems. They needed a way to move this data reliably and at scale between all these systems in real time, far beyond what existing messaging systems could handle. They needed a system that could handle high throughput, be highly available, and allow multiple applications to consume the same data without impacting each other. Existing message queues simply were not designed for this scale and multi-consumer durable log paradigm. Apache Kafka was named after the author Franz Kafka because it was a system optimized for writing. It was open sourced in early 2011. Recognizing its broader utility, LinkedIn open-sourced Kafka in early 2011, making it available to the wider developer community under the Apache Software Foundation. This was a pivotal moment. Kafka quickly gained traction and graduated from the Apache incubator to a top-level Apache project in 2012, signifying its maturity and importance. As adoption grew, critical components were added. Kafka Connect, which is a framework for easily importing data into Kafka from other systems and exporting data out of Kafka to other systems, often without writing code. This greatly simplified integration. So this came in the year 2015. And then Kafka Streams, a powerful Java Scala client library for building real-time stream processing applications directly on top of Kafka. This transformed Kafka from just a transport layer into a full-fledged processing platform. The creation of companies like Confluent, founded by Kafka's original creators, further accelerated its development and commercial adoption. For over a decade, Kafka relied on Apache Zookeeper for its metadata management and cluster coordination. While effective, Zookeeper added an external dependency and operational complexity. The community embarked on an ambitious project called KRaft, Kafka Raft Metadata, to remove this Zookeeper dependency and integrate metadata management directly into Kafka itself. This was a multi-year effort spanning several releases. And then we had Kafka 4.0 releasing in March 2025. This is the game changer. Kafka 4.0 marks the full adoption of KRaft as the default and only metadata management system. This means simplified deployments, no more separate Zookeeper cluster to manage, enhanced scalability, so now we'll have better performance and handling of massive clusters, improved resilience, a more streamlined and robust architecture. Kafka 4.0 also introduces other significant improvements such as a new consumer group protocol, which is KIP 848, for faster rebalances, and early access to queues for Kafka. This is still in early development. It's KIP 932 for more traditional queue-like semantics when needed. This evolution shows Kafka's commitment to continuous improvement, addressing the needs of the community and solidifying its position as the de facto standard for event streaming. Today, Apache Kafka is used by over 150,000 organizations worldwide, including 80% of the Fortune 100 companies. Companies like Netflix, LinkedIn, Uber, Airbnb, Pinterest, Microsoft, and thousands of others rely on it daily for mission-critical operations. It's become the de facto standard for real-time data movement and processing because it delivers unmatched scale, meaning it handles truly colossal volumes of data. It also delivers exceptional reliability, and that means it's designed for zero data loss and high availability. Low latency means it processes events with minimal delay. And when it comes to flexibility, it adapts to a vast array of use cases from simple messaging to complex stream processing. And finally, it's supported by a huge community, numerous client libraries, connectors, and tools. This makes Kafka not just a technology, but a strategic asset for businesses that want to be data-driven and responsive in real time.